Hello friends, welcome to Mahipaladi's GK house. Myself Prithvidhar Reddy. Today we are going to discuss wide-ranging current affairs which would cover the requirements of all the examinations including UPSC. So coming to the first topic, the World Energy Investment Report. Okay, and the second one is World Environment Day, E100 project, Sage Portal, Elder Line, Green Gold, China's artificial sun that is called as East, and next one, new gecko species, new DG for Assam Rifles, and expert committee on minimum wages. So like this, there are very important topics. Let us get into the discussion, beginning with the MCQ. Coming to the first question, World Energy Investment Report is published by. There are four options given like International Energy Agency, International Monetary Fund, World Economic Forum, and World Health Organization. Okay, among all these four options, the right option is EA, that is International Energy Agency. Let us discuss how it is. Actually, it has released a report regarding increased investment in the energy sector. Okay, basically energy sector is attracting very good amount of money, and in the year 2021 there is a 10% increase. Okay, and most of the investment is flowing towards the power and end user sectors. So basically, fossil fuels used to attract a lot of investment, but now the power generation is attracting more investment. We can see a little shift from the traditional investment avenues to the advanced investment avenues. Okay, and moreover, global energy uh, demand is also going to rise by 4.6% in the year 2021. Okay, and in the year 2020, basically because of the COVID across the world, what happened, the energy contraction took place because global level the economic growth has seen very uh, downfall. So that's the reason why there used to be, it has registered the contraction. And as far as the renewable energy power is concerned, it is having the largest share in the investments. Very important. The renewable power is attracting largest share. Around 70% of the total will be spent on the new power generation capacity. Okay, and even understand, even the investment is also being done in the oil sector. Okay, it is expected to grow by 10%. But how the global countries are trying to cope up with the increased carbon dioxide emissions? This is the general doubt anyone would get. So they wanted to, you know, leverage this carbon capture and storage technologies and increasing the carbon sinks. Okay, so that whatever the carbon that is emitted, that must be absorbed back to the ecosystem. Okay, so that is the idea, but it is yet to get the commercial success. This is the idea how to cope up with the negative consequences that flow from the investment in the oil sector. Okay, but still, even though the renewable power is going to get largest share from the investment side, but still the global emission is set to grow 1.5 billion tons in the year 2021, because many indicators are showing that the corona pandemic had impacted developing countries and least developed countries. In order to bounce back from the slump of the economic growth, they have to bounce back. So bouncing back is not that simple. They have to consume lot of fuel and energy resources, especially from the non-renewable energy resources. So this may increase the CO2 burden further. Okay, and as far as the International Energy Agency is concerned, it is an autonomous intergovernmental organization. So it is established in the year 1974 in the Paris. Okay, and it focuses upon importantly three E's. What are the three E's? First one is economic development. Second one is energy security. Third one is environmental protection. Okay, so India is an associate member, not a full-fledged member. It is just an associate member. So examiner's attraction here is what are the reports that it would publish. One is in energy investment report. Second one is World Energy Outlook report. Third one is Global Energy Review. So these are the three important reports that are released by International Energy Agency. And specially, it has released a India Energy Outlook 2021 report and Net Zero by 2050. Okay, so these are the especially this is what the world first comprehensive energy roadmap, because by 2050 we have to reach the net zero situation. It means whatever the emitted carbon dioxide that is there with the human activities, that must be zeroed by the carbon capture and sequestration. So this is what the idea behind this particular net zero by 2050. And coming to next important question, very important question, G100 project is related to, because examiner both in the UPSC and state services as well as banks and SSC, so this kind of catchy questions can come in the examinations very routinely. Okay, so question is E100 project is related to. Four options are given. Okay, that is e-vehicles, ethanol, e-transport, and online medicine. Okay, guess the answer. So the right answer is B, that is ethanol. How it is so? Basically, 5th of every June is celebrated as World Environment Day. So why it is celebrated? Basically to create an awareness regarding the environmental protection. Okay, it is also mentioned under our fundamental duties regarding protection of the environment. It is the basic and fundamental duty of any person. And United Nations Assembly launched this particular day in the year 1972. Okay, from 1972, okay, we are celebrating this particular World Environment Day, okay, which was the first day of Stockholm Conference on the Human Environment. So it is having the significance. So from 5th of the June this particular Stockholm Conference had started. Okay, so that's the reason why it is celebrated. And moreover, the theme for the World Environment Day, because the theme is World Environment, theme of the World Environment Day is ecosystem restoration. Very important, because we can't just focus on the environment protection in a piecemeal approach. Our approach cannot be a kind of fragmented policy. Rather, our approach must be a kind of inclusive policy which would include the ecosystem as a whole. Okay, and UN Decade on Ecosystem Restoration, it is coinciding between 2021 to 2030, because it is a decade to restore the ecosystem. Okay, so it is a global mission to revive billions of hectares from the forest to farmlands and from top mountains to the depth of the sea. So it means entire ecosystem must be taken into right consideration, and the protection cover must be extended to all these levels. And next one, the theme for this year's, okay, India, okay, from the theme for the India for this particular day is promotion of biofuels for a better environment. And Pakistan is the host country for the year 2021. So let us see what kind of initiative that is launched by the India, keeping in the view of this theme, that is India's promotion of biofuels for a better environment. Let us see that. So I told you E100 project, it is a pilot project which is launched in Pune for the production and distribution of the ethanol across the country, because we are very much dependent upon the petroleum resources on the other countries. So almost all 70% requirement is satisfied through the imports. Okay, this is one dimension. And second dimension is the petroleum resources are causative factors for the carbon dioxide emissions. Okay, we have to reduce that emissions. How can we reduce? We have a lot of food waste that is happening in the country, and that food can be converted into ethanol. Okay, so it means we are going to blend the ethanol with the petrol or diesel. Okay, currently we are experimenting with the diesel. So the idea is by the year 2023 we have to blend 80% of the diesel with the 20% of the ethanol. So that's it, that is it is called E20. Okay, so it has been extended, okay, from April 23. Okay, and moreover, very much importantly, currently 8.5 percentage of the ethanol is mixed with the petrol, against 1.1 to 1.5% in the year 2014. It means the ethanol blending is increasing. Okay, so now we have extended this particular deadline to the year 2025 in order to, because we are just suffering from the COVID. So that's the reason why, in order to save this time, in order to make our efforts in a productive direction, So we have extended this particular date. And the Sage portal is related to. So of course, 4 options are given again. So children who lost the parents due to COVID-19, elderly population, women and differently abled. You can guess the answer. The right answer is elderly population, because government of India is taking very important measures as far as the elderly population is concerned. So, and moreover, silver economy is the term related to. So again, you may get confused between the words called like onion production, milk products, and egg production. But in fact, the right answer is elderly care products and services. How it is so, let us discuss. So, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment had virtually launched this particular portal, that is Senior Care Aging Growth Engine, and which is an initiative for the elderly persons. And 100 crores have been assigned for the promotion of the silver economy. So it means the goods and services which are peculiar to the elderly population will be promoted. So the economy will be encouraged, because in the coming days, India is going to see a rise in the elderly population. So that's the reason why, in order to cope up with their requirements, we are actually making the economy to be suitable for the future needs. So let us see how it is so. Actually, Sage Portal is a one-stop access service, okay, and it is to be served by the credible startups. And what does the Sage tries to do? Actually, Sage project aims to identify, evaluate, verify, and aggregate and deliver the products, solution services directly to the stakeholders. So this is what the electronic medium and online medium whereby the services and goods of the elderly people can be assessed and delivered. And silver economy. What is silver economy is about? Silver economy is a system of production, distribution, and consumption of the goods and services aimed at using the purchasing potential of the older and aging people. So it means you are going to assess their consumption, assess their living standards, assess their health needs, and whereby you are going to make sure the production and distribution of such goods and services are taking place. So this is what about the silver economy. Okay, so do remember, these are the very important facts for your examination. And Elderline project, recently it was launched. Okay, I have discussed in the previous videos also. So it is also a project of social justice, Ministry of Social Justice, and it has been operational in 5 major states like UP, MP, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, and it is also in the working in the state of Telangana. And what is the number? It is 14567. Okay, this is what the toll free number for all the elderly people. This is a call center. And Rashtriya Vayoshri Yojana, because the time came where we have to discuss the schemes for the elderly people very specifically. It was launched in the year 2016. It is like a senior citizens welfare fund. So what does it do? It will try to give the kind of aids to the elderly people who are suffering from the lower vision, hearing impairment, loss of teeth, locomotor disabilities. So these all will be given certain assistance in getting the equipment to satisfy their purpose. Okay, then Pradhan Mantri Vaya Vandana Yojana. This is another scheme. It is launched in the year 2017, and to provide a social security during the old age. What is this scheme is about? It is like a pension scheme. Okay, so for the senior citizens, and it will be given on the monthly basis. Okay, then Vayosh Shrestha Samman. Okay, this is the national award which is given to the senior citizens who are very much eminent and who had contributed for the country. Okay, so this is what the Vayosh Shrestha Samman. And secondly, Maintenance and Welfare of the Parents and Senior Citizens Act 2007. So it means it tries to ensure the senior citizens are maintained by their children, okay, and by the state. So this is an enactment which will try to protect the interests of the senior citizens. Which of the following plant is known as green gold? Again, 4 options are given: soya, lilacs. This is nothing but a fragrant plant. Bamboo, cotton plants. So what is the right answer? The right answer is bamboo. Is called green gold. Basically, why we are discussing means the government of India has dedicated a window, that is green gold collection, on the government e-market portal for the marketing of the bamboo goods, because bamboo goods can be promoted, it can be marketed, okay, by the government of India, because these are actually manufactured by the tribals and very poor people. So that's why it would offer a marketplace for them on the online platform. Okay. So what does it do? It would showcase a lot of bamboo products, handicrafts, disposals, and office utility products. Okay, and this is what government e-marketplace. What it is? It is a kind of one-stop national public procurement portal. It means all the public offices requirements will be procured by this particular platform. So it is a kind of centralized procurement agency, okay, for various state governments as well as central, okay, and public sector undertaking. So using this particular platform, the government itself will be consuming a lot of goods that are manufactured by the this kind of artisans. Okay, right. And 18th September is observed as World Bamboo Day, because question may come in any way, and moreover, it can be cultivated all over the India. Okay, and India is the second largest cultivator, and first largest cultivator is China. China stands first, India stands second. Okay, and very much importantly, it is called poor man's timber. It is called as poor man's timber, and there are various examples set by various states like Tripura bamboo silks, heritage cuisines, okay, and Assam is Japi, that is made up of bamboo, cane, and palm. So likewise, there are musical instruments made by this particular bamboo plant. So there are good examples how bamboo can be a major economic source for the people. Okay, right. Consider the following statements regarding yeast. So two statements are given. It is called as artificial sun. It is the world's first ever. It is the first ever achievement in the world. So two statements. So what is the right statement? Okay. So it is called as artificial sun, and it is the first ever achievement in the world. So answer is C. So let us see how it is so. Actually, yeast means experimental advanced superconducting tokamak. So basically, this is what an experiment which is on the basis of nuclear fusion. Nuclear fusion. So nuclear fusion actually takes place in the sun. Okay, sun is a star because of this particular nuclear fusion, and the same nuclear fusion is actually experimented and replicated by this particular experiment. So it was started as a part of ITER, okay, International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor Facility. It is a kind of collaboration among all the countries in the world, major countries in the world, especially, and the member countries under this project include India, China, Japan, South Korea, European Union, Russia, and USA. So because it is such a very typical and complex technology to be experimented with, so that's why countries have collaborated and they are trying to develop this particular technology, because it will be having wide ranging applications in the energy sector. Okay, right. Next one, blue pinned mahasir. Okay, IUCN recently shifted this particular fish species from endangered list to the least concerned list. It means this particular mahasir fish variety is increasing its number. Okay, because of that reason, it is saved, it is conserved. So now it is the time to declare it is not having any danger. Okay, that's why International Union for Conservation of Nature has declared it is not going to be harmed. Okay, so and moreover, this particular mahasir variety is sighted in India as well as South Asia, and in India it is found in the city of Pune, okay, in the river called Motamola. Okay, Motamola river. In this particular river, this particular fish is found. That fish is called blue pinned mahasir. Okay, right. And the new gecko species is found. Where it is found? In two states it is found, Meghalaya and Mizoram. So it is named after Mizoram rebel Beng Benkua. Okay, Benkua. In the name of Benkua it is named, that is Pterodactylus bengo. Okay, and Pterodactylus Garan Baveri. So these are two varieties found in this particular Mizoram. And in Meghalaya, Citrodactylus caristocola, Citrodactylus agarwali. Okay, in this way, this particular gecko species from the both states, Meghalaya and Mizoram. Okay, and Assam Rifles got new DG. He's the 21st Director General of this particular Assam Rifles, and his name is Pradeep Chandra Nair. And Assam Rifles is the India's oldest force. It was raised by the British. Okay, that is why it is, very oldest one. And expert committee on minimum wages was appointed. So in India, what is the minimum wage? It is 176 rupees, and it is changed into 375 rupees per day, and it is going to report how much minimum wage the laborers must be able to get. Okay? And this particular committee's chairman is Ajit Mishra. Okay, he is the director of Institute of Economic Growth. Okay, he is an expert in the matters of economics, so he is chairing this particular committee. And Anirudh Jagannath dies. So who is he? He is a Mauritius former prime minister. He died. So why we are discussing about him, because he received a Padma Vibhushan from the India in the year 2020, and Bharatiya Samman Award in the year 2017. And moreover, very importantly, he is known as the father of economic miracles of Mauritius in the year 1980s. Okay, so father of economic miracles of 1980s of Mauritius. Okay, so the way we are praising Manmohan Singh and PV Narasimha Rao, so he is also very much acclaimed and acknowledged by the people of Mauritius. And moreover, he worked as a PM of Mauritius for highest period. And moreover, Mauritius is having the highest number of Indian diaspora. Okay, so thank you, friends. Thank you for watching this video. Tomorrow I will be meeting you with the important topics. Thank you so much.